So this week I've been playing with 2 or more tools in one hand to draw with and experiment, having fun, playing with what I can produce with using multiple tools in one hand. Let me show you what I've been doing. Hi, my name's Helen. Welcome to my channel. I set out with the idea that I would do some multi-line drawings, so using 2 or more tools in one hand. And I've done this before, and I've got a whole pile of things I want to show you here that I thought you might like to have a look at. In one of my concertinas here, this is a concertina I did when I had a short trip somewhere, and I've done different techniques of drawing. And in amongst here are some drawings of some geese, and I've done 2 pencils in one hand. And I actually like the quality of the line of these. I like the multi-lines. It just adds another dynamic to the drawings. Actually, they go further. It adds another quirk to the drawing and adds another looseness, another dimension with a different colour. And it's a fun thing to do. This is obviously pre-marked ground on this concertina here. So that's one example there. I've also done it in another sort of concertina, which I did lots of different butternut squash, looking at a butternut squash and using different materials. And here I've done the same thing, 2 tools in one hand. And yeah, I like that quality of drawing. So I wanted to play with it some more. This is one that I did as part of Lisa Stickley's creative doodling session. So Lisa Stickley is a London-based artist, and through her Substack she does creative doodling sessions, and we did a 1 minute with 4 implements in one hand. She provides the drawing reference, and I just love that quirk. Love the quirk of it, the multiple lines. So yeah, that's what I wanted to play with. So how many tools am I comfortable holding? What tools work well? And yeah, so I just set off and had a jolly good play. I started off very simply with my bottle shape forms. 2 tools, 3 tools, 3 tools, 4 tools. 4 tools is getting quite chunky for me. I was getting the lines are beginning to miss some of the line. I'm not being able to hold all 4 onto the paper at the same time. This one you can just about see that there's 4 different lines here, but this, I think it was an Inktense, you lose it here. And yeah, so 4 for me, 4 tools is too many. 3 is a push. I quite like using 2. And then it was a case of, well, what can I do with it? Can I make these, use these multiple lines in different ways? So I tried colouring in different ways. The interesting thing on this page is the fact that this has got an indented line. So this white line here is an indent from the previous page. But anyway, that's an aside. I then tried painting around the lines. So this is a 2 tools in one hand, and I tried just putting black around the shapes. Tried with a bird as well, but I haven't done many birds. I've basically focused on bottle shapes. So those were my first experiments. Then I moved on to, could I use it on some of my painted scraps? So if you've been watching my videos, you may know that when I'm painting, I have an old telephone directory next to me, and I just work the brush out on this. And this creates lovely collage papers that I can use. And so it was, could I use my multiple lines and then do the same thing, paint the negative space? And yeah, it kind of, I like the idea of it, but this didn't work for me. I didn't like my choice of line colour, and it was, yeah, that was not quite a good result. I tried again on, this is a newspaper, again pre-painted with just, it's a collage piece of newspaper, and this one has got 3 lines on, They are Poscas, and then I did the negative space in white acrylic. This is beginning to work better for me. I'm making progress. I'm seeing, you know, the results that I am looking for. And then I went on to do these ones I've stuck in. So there's some film footage which I'll drop in of me actually making these ones. So I've stuck them in my studio play sketchbook. This I particularly like, this one. I think I like the earthy tones on this. This is on some envelope paper. Yeah, I'm, you know, reasonably happy with that and less keen on the green. I tried doing multiples with my biros. There's 3 biros here, and it's all a bit too scribbly. So, but you know, I'll journal about these in here, write some notes, what I like, what I don't like, what worked well, and what I can go on and use again. I did a more successful one on the previous page. I'm happier with this. So this is a pre-painted page. So I don't know if I've got any paint marks in any of these. Let's have a look here. So in my sketchbooks, I tend to just, like the telephone directory next to me, I'll work out my brush. So it was a page that had marks on similar to that. And I did 2. This is with 2 Poscas. So this is with a black and a white Posca. My black Posca is beginning to run out, so it's not such a dense line. And because there was blue, cerulean blue underneath, so the page was pre-painted with black and white and cerulean blue, I used the cerulean blue to then go and paint the ground, including the bit in between the handle there. And this is working much better for me. I'm happier with this. It's beginning to get pleasing results. I'm thinking, yes, I can work ahead with this. So my final versions are that I really was very happy with. Whether it's because this is, you know, a very pleasing piece of collage paper, Don't know. I think it probably is. You know, it's got the colours that I like. This is with a black and a white Posca again, and I've done the negative space in white acrylic. So this is newspaper, and I'm really pleased with this. I like this as a painting. I like the previous bird paintings that I did last week. I'm going to surface mount this onto a piece of cartridge paper, and I think giving it that little bit of space around it, I think that really works. I'm very happy with that. Very happy with that. And another one that I've done with black surrounding again. So the black and the white Posca lines are working for me, and that's surprising because I kind of fell out of love with Posca pens because the line quality was too uniform, whereas I tended to like a bottle, a squeezy bottle type line, which is a bit more blobby or irregular, and even a dip pen and you know, those sorts of implements. Those are the sort of quality of lines that I've been favouring of recent times, and have you know, kind of put the Posca pens on the back burner. But suddenly for these projects, it seems to be working for me. I think probably the reason why, looking at this, is I am getting difference in quality of lines, because you actually, this is 3 lines, this is 3 pens, not 2, because you can't keep the same pressure on all of the implements at the same time. So this was a Posca, 2 Poscas, black and white Posca, but I've also got a fine line in here. I've got a fine white line, and this is just a white gel pen. So yeah, so this is 3 lines, and then with black acrylic around the outside. And again, I'm going to surface mount that onto some white paper, and I think that's going to again, giving that space around the outside. I think that I'm very pleased with those. Yeah, they're working for me. And these ones I really liked. So I've got 2 on here which I have already surface mounted. This one is a piece of wallpaper. So I have a roll of wallpaper next to me. And this is just lining paper. I tear off squares, and it's a lovely surface to work on. And so I have various bits as scraps, and I had this scrap of wallpaper, and it's one that I think this is avocado dye. I'd done some avocado dyeing a couple of summers ago, and this is just soaking up some of the avocado dye. So it's pre-marked paper again. This is with 2 pens. So I've got my Posca pen, and I've also got a Unipin brush pen. So this has got a brush tip, not a fine liner one. And yeah, that worked. That worked for me. I've got this one marked with a piece of tape because this is my new Posca. I've got the old black Posca in there as well, and I just don't want to get muddled up every time I pick up a pen. So yeah, that worked well for me. I think again it's the earth tones, so the neutrally sort of tone of the avocado underneath, and then I've put so that's a raw umber around the outside of that. This one is on some scrunched up brown packing paper. So I keep various bits of odd scraps of different bits of paper that maybe I want to doodle on. And as you can see, it's scrunched paper. It's not, you know, I have flattened it overnight, but that's, you know, it's still got the scrunchy marks on it. Yeah, again, it's those neutral tones with the black and white that is very pleasing to me. And I like the blacks around that works for me. So I've got the brown paper showing through the marks of the two Poscas. So it's the black Posca and the white Posca on this one. So I've had a lovely time. I've had lots of fun this week. Oh, I've got another one in one of my other sketchbooks. So I did a blue one this time on a pre-marked piece of paper. So it had some black and white and blue like in the bigger sketchbook. And yeah, so I've just done that in my Art Creations sketchbook. So yeah, so there we are. That's the fun I've been having this week. I've been working with 2 or 3 tools in one hand, just doing some line drawing and seeing if I can take it further by adding some paint to it and making it into a bit more of a finished piece. So yeah, if you've not done this before, have a go, see what works for you, try different tools. It doesn't matter, just pick up 3 things, 2 things, and hold them in one hand. And because you're holding 2 things in one hand, you can't hold it quite in the normal way. So it does feel awkward in your hand, and that creates more of a quirky drawing. And for me, I love that quality. So yeah, have a go, see how you get on, and let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you get up to and how you get on. As always, thanks again for watching, and thank you for all the comments and all the likes and the subscribes. And until next time, bye for now.